Now 27 storm track weather with meteorologist Blaze Keller.
It was a beautiful Saturday. Again, we're coming off a historic end to last week, not to mention the fact that folks now are having to, as we told you at the beginning of this newscast, continue to pick up the pieces of their lives that were unfortunately uprooted and destroyed by those historic tornadoes. So thankfully the weather has been quiet, not only Friday, but also into today as well for those folks and for those communities to clean up. Again, very thankful to all of the emergency management crews, the police, the fire departments, anybody else helping out, community members. And then I have to, again, give a big shout out to the National Weather Service in Milwaukee as they were helping myself and Cameron and then pass that information along to you guys. So again, with no injuries and no fatalities, we really made out of this severe weather event on, in my opinion, the best possible way that we could. Obviously, we do have damage, and unfortunately that's going to come with any storm, but thankfully nobody was seriously hurt or killed. That low pressure system moved its way eastward. We got a high pressure system moving on in right now. That's the reason why we continue to sit underneath quiet conditions, and we were able to get actually to 40 degrees in Madison today. 43 was the high in Des Moines, 23 in International Falls, only 29 in Bismarck. So we were on par with Billings, who also got to 40 degrees. We've cooled down since then. We've lost the sunlight and we've got no clouds to really trap in that heat. Not to mention, we've got northwesterly winds. So that's kind of making for a bit of a chillier evening tonight as we look to wrap up your Saturday and go into Sunday. We're going to keep those northwesterly winds and generally clear conditions, I would say through at least midnight, and then those clouds will start to fill in, becoming more partly cloudy as we go into your Sunday morning. Maybe teetering to mostly cloudy at some points during the day, but I think we're going to see a little bit of sunshine as we look to end the weekend. That high pressure system will actually be sitting just off to our southwest, so we're not really going to get the full extent of its influence, those really clear sky conditions and those light winds. We'll get the light winds, but we're probably going to see a little bit more cloud cover than what we would normally see if we were underneath a high pressure system. And then a little clipper comes on in as we go into Monday, kind of scooting through the area. That's not going to bring us our chance for maybe some mixed precipitation. It's going to be maybe Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That takes us into the Valentine's Day time frame. But they're not great chances. We're not seeing any big systems with a lot of moisture, very organized, moving through the area on our weather models. So I think we're just going to continue to see kind of these little chances here and there. Tonight we'll be in those 20s and 30s. Tomorrow, though, we're looking at the upper 30s to low 40s. Partly cloudy conditions. Winds are going to remain light. It is going to be a very pleasant and, again, another quiet end to the weekend. So for folks who maybe want to volunteer to help clean some of the communities that were affected, or if you yourself are cleaning up, you don't have to worry about any weather impacting you as you're beginning to pick up the pieces of your life, quite frankly, as we go into Sunday and Monday of next week. That rain chance moves in Tuesday night. Doesn't look super great. Really, Valentine's Day and Thursday of next week don't look too impressive either, but we just have a chance. So I put about 20% Wednesday and Thursday, and then we look to cool off even further into those upper 20s as we go into next weekend.
So are you able to kind of relax now, or are you never relaxed?
Relax now, but now it's kind of seeing, because we can never really see the extent of the damage as we're covering it, but now seeing the extent, it really just hits home the impact of this tornado. And these are communities that we cover, and so just to see them having to pick up from this is very heartbreaking. Yeah,
and I know you mentioned it and we said it earlier in the show, but there are ways that you can help and donate. We have all of that on our website, WKOW.com. Thank you, Blaze.